Okay, let me turn the speaker on. Now you can hear me. All right, all right. Welcome, welcome. This is the BFTAA and More Show. I am your host, Louis George Walker, and I am here with another edition of BFTAA and More. This is the information show from the Black Family Technology Awareness Association, and we talk about things going on in the news and also things relating to technology and what's going on in the world of technology, not just locally, but around the world. So we like to give you information. The Black Family Technology Awareness Association has been around for, we're going 18 years now. So we've been around for a little bit. We're in partnership with the W.E.B. Du Bois Learning Center, and together we formed this radio station, KUAW, which stands for Knowledge, Understanding, and Wisdom. You can pick us up on any of our live broadcasts through the week. We have shows on about 4 or 5 days out of the week, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. So those are the days that we have live shows. So you can pick us up on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch on those days. You can also look at some shows in our archives. We have an archives in our YouTube channel that you can go there and you can look back on any of the show names, even some shows that are no longer on the air. We still keep those records in there, so you'll be able to look back if somebody told you they were on KUAW, find out what show, and you should be able to find that, or what show they were on and what date, and you can look back and find that show and watch it. So we're keeping an archive online with YouTube, and there's one on Facebook. I think the YouTube one is maybe more extensive than what we've saved in order. Now, Facebook has a lot of it, but it's not all in order. YouTube has a little better organization to it. And it's not YouTube or Facebook's fault, but it's us that are doing the maintaining of it that we have to work a little bit better on. But we are so glad that you are here. Now, not only can you pick us up live when we're doing these broadcasts, but we also have the audio side of KUAW Radio, which is actually acts more like a radio station, and it's on 24/7. We broadcast music. We broadcast the talk shows like this show you hear right now. If you go to our Facebook page, you will see and be able to hear this show. But we also have some old school music. We have some jazz, some smooth jazz. We have some blues. We have gospel music. So we have a lot of different music that's on our radio station on the 24-hour broadcast. We also have some syndicated shows that are on there. We have the Warren Ballantine Truth Fighters. They're on every day from 10 until 12. So from 10 until 12, you can pick up Warren Ballantyne's show. On the weekend, we have a syndicated show, Blues Time in the City. Mr. Rogine Bailey is on every week with that. And we also have the Cool Jazz Weekly Show and the Heavy Storm, Quiet Storm. So we have a lot of different shows, a lot of different types of music and genres that you can listen to. We also have Professor Smooth Jazz, who does interviews and has a show on Thursday night and Friday morning, like 2 in the morning. So you can hear a lot of different things there. And you can pick up our audio side on the TuneIn app, on the online radio bot, on MyTuner.com, on Get Me Radio. All of those sites have us. You can go there and download the apps and listen to our radio station in your car if you've got a Bluetooth connection in your car. If you have a smart speaker like the Amazon or the Google smart speakers, you can tell them to play KUAW, and you'll actually hear the radio station there. Of course, when Google tries to talk back, instead of saying KUAW, it calls us KUAW, so it tries to pronounce the word. I've got to figure out, I don't know if you say K period, U period, but we'll figure out if we can get it to pronounce our name a little bit better. but right now, if you want to listen to KUAW on Google or Amazon, we're there. Just tell it to play KUAW. So that's what's going on, and that's how you get us. And we'd like to know how you like this station, how you like what we're doing, or don't like what we're doing, or some of the shows that you hear on here. All you have to do is hit us up on Facebook. Let us know. Or if you want to send us an email, you can email us at KUAW985@gmail.com. That's KUAW985@gmail.com. So we'll be glad to hear. You can also give us a call on the KUAW phone line, 816-599-6893. And if you'd like to give somebody a birthday shout out, or you want to say hello to anybody that's on the show, if you want to announce your birthday or anything, give us a call, leave a message at 816-599-6893. And that's for any of the shows, anything you hear on KUAW radio. That phone number is the number that you can call in. We could actually talk to you live on the air if you want to call in right now. So we've got that available, 816-599-6893, or you can email us, KUAW985@gmail.com. So, hey, reach out to us. We'd love to hear from you. And if you'd like to get involved with this radio station, if you'd want to be a part of it, find out how you can help, how you can join in, how you can host a show, contact us. We're friendly. We don't bite, and we'd love to have more volunteers in here. This is an all-volunteer organization and radio station. It's part of the Black Family Technology Awareness Association, and we'll be talking about that in just a minute. But before we go any further, one of the goals of the Black Family Technology Awareness Association, or the main goal of the Black Family Technology Awareness Association, is to eliminate the digital divide that exists in the African American community. So what we want to do is to get our community to using the internet, broadband internet, learning coding, learning computers, different technology things that they can use to improve their standard of living. So that's what we want to do. We want to get kids in the pipeline of STEM. STEM stands for science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. We want to have our kids in the forefront of the STEM revolution that has been going on for a few years now, and not sitting in the back, not able to participate fully in the new things that are coming along. So that's what we're about. And in furthering that, we like to bring in every week information of what's going on at NASA. NASA is the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, and they have broadcasts that they put out letting you know what they're doing every week. And we like to show that so that we can help spur your imagination to looking towards what can you do. And as this space exploration is moving forward, how can you get your young people involved, and how can you get them interested? They don't have to be astronauts. They can do work right here on Earth. But if they're interested in that, that is a good field to look at. And NASA is our leading research and development organization for space, for flight, for aeronautics, for a lot of the funding that other companies get comes through NASA, and NASA does a lot of the work themselves to develop better airplanes, satellites, getting rockets up to the moon. Now you have a lot of people that are shooting rockets, that are launching astronauts and all that, but all that comes from the research and development that took place from NASA. So they're living off of that information, off of that knowledge base. A lot of the people that used to work at NASA now work for SpaceX or for Virgin Aerospace and some of the other space coordinators and satellite launch systems that are up there. Well, all of that knowledge came, or most of that knowledge came from NASA's research and development. So the United States government, your tax dollars and my tax dollars, helps to make the research and development, and then private industry can take it and go even further with it. You think about the internet. Well, a lot of the funding that caused the internet to come along was through the United States government. The military wanted a resilient communication system that could survive nuclear attack. Well, the internet was that system. Using different ways of communicating. I think it was ARPANET back in the early days of it, but the Department of Defense did a lot of the funding for the research that went on at universities that made the internet possible. Then private industry has been able to gain and to do well with it, but it was the research dollars that the government put in that helped make it what it is. So, as you think about where your tax dollars go, when you're using your cell phone, when you're sending that email, or when you're downloading that movie, that's some of your tax dollars that made that possible. Yes, you funded the research and development that helped make a lot of that possible, and that's what has been driving this country, and that's what we want to continue to have happen in our colleges, our universities, those think tanks, and all of that use funds to help make things better. And we need to have our kids and our families and our people involved in those processes too. So that's what we're about. So we're going to show you what's going on this week at NASA, and then we're going to do a little bit of space to ground so you can see some of the research and development that is still going on, and a lot of it is still being funded with your tax dollars to know what's going on. So let's look at what's happening this week at NASA.
A new crew launches to the space station, another crew wraps up an historic mission to the station, and more time to explore for some planetary science missions. A few of the stories to tell you about this week at NASA. On April 27th, the astronauts of NASA's SpaceX Crew 4 mission launched to the International Space Station from our Kennedy Space Center in Florida. Later the same day, NASA's Kjell Lindgren, Bob Hines, and Jessica Watkins, along with Samantha Cristoforetti of the European Space Agency, arrived at the station on board the SpaceX Crew Dragon spacecraft that they named Freedom. This is the fourth space station crew rotation mission to fly on a SpaceX Crew Dragon spacecraft as part of the agency's commercial crew program. The crew of Axiom Mission 1, the first all-private astronaut mission to the International Space Station, wrapped up its time on the orbital outpost on April 24th. The four-person crew, led by Commander and former NASA astronaut Michael Lopez Alegria, safely returned to Earth on April 25th with more than 200 pounds of science and supplies, including some NASA experiments and hardware. The planetary science missions of 8 NASA spacecraft have been extended for at least 3 years. These include Mars Odyssey, the Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter, MAVEN, the Mars Science Laboratory's Curiosity rover, the InSight Mars Lander, OSIRIS-REx, New Horizons, and the Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter. The missions were extended because of their scientific productivity and potential to deepen our knowledge and understanding of the solar system and beyond. Our Ames Research Center is celebrating 3 years of the free-flying robotic Astro Bees busily buzzing about the International Space Station. The 3 robots have put in over 750 hours of work and completed more than 100 activities, from tech demonstrations to assisting in experiments. Robots like these are essential components of our Artemis program to return humans to the Moon and to eventually send people to Mars. Unlike the space station, future deep space outposts may not be crewed year-round and may need robotic autonomous systems to remain operational. Outside the International Space Station, cosmonauts Oleg Artemyev and Denis Matveyev of Roscosmos conducted a spacewalk on April 28th to continue outfitting the European robotic arm that is attached to the Nauka Multipurpose Laboratory module. Future spacewalks are planned to continue work on the robotic arm and to activate Nauka's airlock for use on future spacewalks. That's what's up this week at NASA. For more on these and other stories, follow us on the web at nasa.gov/twan.
All right. That's what's going on this week at NASA. And we're so glad to be able to bring you that information. So yeah, that's one of the things that we did. For those of you that are listening to us on Facebook, if you just came in, the Black Family Technology Awareness Association's Facebook page stayed up. My KUAW Facebook page, it went down. I got it back up now, but sometimes the link drops for our live feed. So you may have missed some of the first part of the show. Sorry about that. But if you go to YouTube, and pull up the show after we get through, it'll have it all there, a whole recording of the show. But we just we had a break in our link on the KUAW main feed. So we've been having a little bit of that. Sometimes when it rains, sometimes the software and the computers just seem to have a mind of their own, and we have to deal with it. But hey, we continue to work at it. We continue to try and improve and make these things better as we're going through the day. But yeah, that's some of the stuff that's going on at NASA. Also, they have a program that we like to bring in called Space to Ground. So we want you to now see what's going on at NASA on the space to ground. And this mainly deals with the space station and Earth, not all of what's going on with NASA. So let's check out now this edition of Space to Ground.
Ventured outside the hatch for another spacewalk. Lindgren, along with astronauts Bob Hines, Jessica Watkins, and Samantha Cristoforetti, lifted off early Wednesday morning from the Kennedy Space Center in Florida. The launch of the Crew Dragon Freedom occurred just 2 days after the undocking of Axiom Mission 1, the first all-private astronaut mission to the orbiting outpost. When Crew 4 arrived at the station, they were greeted by the Crew 3 astronauts and their Russian colleagues. This is the first space flight for astronauts Watkins and Hines, and the second trip to space for Lindgren and Cristoforetti. The Crew 4 astronauts will work on all kinds of science experiments during their stay on the station. Many focus on ways to improve life here on Earth, while others help us learn how to keep people healthy in space on long-duration missions. The ISS National Lab-sponsored protein-based artificial retina manufacturing investigation launched alongside Crew 4 and Dragon Freedom. Scientists are testing the manufacture of artificial retina films in microgravity, where the quality and stability of the films could be improved by a lack of sedimentation. The aim of this research is to one day restore meaningful vision to patients affected by retinal degenerative diseases. They'll also continue the X-Root experiment, which uses liquid-based hydroponics and air-based aeroponic techniques to grow plants without soil. You can keep up with all the exciting science Crew 4 will conduct during their time on orbit by following at ISS_research. Work continued outside of the station with the second spacewalk in 2 weeks by a pair of Russian cosmonauts. The primary task for Oleg Artemyev and Denis Matveev was the continuation of work on the European robotic arm. The duo jettisoned thermal blankets used to protect the arm during its launch with the Nyoka multi-purpose laboratory module to the station. They also flexed the arm's joints, released launch restraints, and monitored the arm's grappleability. That's Space to Ground for this week. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.
All right. Yeah, that was Space to Ground and some of the things going on that International Space Station. That thing's really getting big, and they're adding a lot of stuff to it. I don't know how much longer it's going to be up there. Hopefully it doesn't get too heavy that it can't stay afloat. But but it's kind of good to see that type of construction going on, and that system getting bigger and being used more, so that we may eventually go to even bigger construction projects, what they learn in constructing this, and this probably won't be the last or even the largest construction that'll be going on in space or in low Earth orbit, but that they are probably going to be more and better and bigger items that are built as we learn how to manufacture, how to create and assemble things in space, and how long duration space flight affects humans, or how we can lessen any negative effects of long duration space flights, because those people that are up there for months and stuff sometimes come back and it looks like their muscles have atrophied a little bit, even though they're working out. I think that they still have to look at how people's bodies are handling being up in space over long periods of time. So, but it's always good to see what's going on there and what's happening. But we're glad that you're listening to us today. Wanted to let you know, too, that the the chat feature is open, so we're able to see your chats. I can see your chats on screen. If you're on the BFT, the Black Family Technology Awareness page right now, if you type in anything, I should see it come across here. I'm not sure if the KUAW information shows up on there. So if somebody wants to type a hi or a testing message on the KUAW Facebook page, I can see if I can see that. But we do have the chat feature open. I see chat coming in on Twitter. I mean on YouTube. My wife is over there, so we've got her in, and she's able to see what we're doing. So if you want to go to YouTube, you can go there, and we can also pick up anything that you put up, any text and chats, so that you can comment on what I'm telling you, or if you have something to add some insight to what's going on in the show, be sure and put it up there. We're trying to keep it going, trying to do it right. So that's what we do here, is to get the sound to you, get the video to you, and try to give you a decent show. So there's a lot more going on in the world and in this area. One thing that we're doing here at KUAW and the Black Family Technology Awareness Association is we're having a volunteer drive. Yes, we're looking for new recruits. You may have seen this on Facebook. We have the cause, you have the effect. Volunteer with BFTAA. We're looking for volunteers at the Black Family Technology Awareness Association. One thing is we've been down for a while with the COVID shutting down the W.E.B. Du Bois Learning Center, and then in the winter we actually had a major water disruption with busted water pipes back in February that has caused extensive damage that is getting fixed and replaced in the building. So we're getting everything put back together so we can get everything up and running and looking good as we go into the summer and into the next year. So we're wanting new volunteers that would like to come on board and help us out. If you'd like to volunteer with the Black Family Technology Awareness Association, we're ready to start doing some planning, some training, and some working to get people ready for the summer and especially ready for the school year in August. So we're wanting to roll things out. We want our robotics program to be top-notch, and we'd also like to add some coding into what we're offering to youth. We mainly work on the weekend, but we do some evening or not after school, but really some evening work. And we'd like for you to get involved. If you'd like to help the Black Family Technology Awareness Association out, if you'd like to be part of working with some kids with coding, with the robotics team that we have, if you want to do some community outreach, if you'd like to give out information and talk with people at the Black Family Technology Awareness and KUAW radio booths that we have set up at different public events, you want to do some public speaking, we can use you. We need volunteers that are good public speakers. I mean, when we go down to the Maker Fair and events like that, we want to go to Juneteenth this year, but we want to be able to reach people and talk with people and let them know what the Black Family Technology Awareness Association is doing. So if you would like to volunteer with the Black Family Technology Awareness Association, now is the time. We don't have kids that you're going to be working with right now. We're actually going to go through the planning and training stage of getting ourselves ready so that we can interact with the adults, with the kids, with the community, with the business community, so that we can build this organization up, and we'll be back in rare form. We always have tables and events at Kwanzaa. We want to start doing Juneteenth. We do Black Family Technology Awareness Week. Those type of events, we want to make them bigger and better so that we can not only reach people, but we want to get people excited about the fields of science, technology, engineering, mathematics, working in STEM, of the careers that are available, and for the lifestyle changes that can be had in that. So we need volunteers that would like to help out. And we want volunteers that can work with kids as young as, we've had parents contacting us with 5- and 6-year-olds want to know, is there any programs that we have? Well, there's some programs out 4 or 5 year olds, 4 or 6 years old in technology, but we need volunteers in order to implement some of those programs. And we have training. We can go over it. You can help form that team that will work with those young people yourself. We have a Lego program that starts working with kids building Lego robots at 9 years old. They can get into a Lego Junior league, and they actually go to competitions. They travel. There's awards and prizes that they can win, and it's just fun for kids. But we need volunteers to work with these 9-year-olds, 10 years old, and you don't have to be a super scientist to work with the 9 and 10-year-olds. Just help them understand about building the robot, and there's a lot of training available. We'll help with the training. We've got people that have done it, and we've got people that within the city, within the Lego organization, that will help train people. So we need people to work with young kids, 5-year-olds, 9-year-olds, 12-year-olds, teenagers. So that's what we're looking for right now. We're looking for volunteers. We also will take volunteers that want to work on the radio side. If you'd like to get involved in what we're doing here on the radio, you can get involved with us here. We also need people that maybe are familiar with the technology of communication and broadcasting, people that are into public speaking, people that want to brush up or learn how to do some of this talking, how to be a DJ, how to work a radio station. That we can use. So you see up here, we have the cause, you have the effect. The cause is getting STEM and STEM education and closing that digital divide that exists in the African-American community. That is the cause. You have the effect. You can be a part of it. You can make that difference. So volunteer with BFTAA, the Black Family Technology Awareness Association. You can contact us at www.bftaa.org. That'll let you see the links for our phones, for our emails, a lot of different ways. You can also email us at bftaa@sbcglobal.net. You can also reach us at BFTAA on Twitter, at KUAW_radio on Twitter. So our Twitter handles are at KUAW_radio and at BFTAA. So we're on Twitter, we're on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube. There's a lot of different ways you can reach out, and you can find out about what BFTAA is doing. There's a lot of videos of past events, of things of young people giving information of what they've learned and how the program has worked for them. So check out our webpage, check out our YouTube page, go to Facebook, and then contact the Black Family Technology Awareness Association. I've had a couple of people that have contacted me. I've got your emails. I got your messages off of Facebook, and you will be hearing from us this week on working with the Black Family Technology Awareness Association. We're also having our monthly Zoom meeting. We usually have it on the first Saturday of the month, but with this being Mother's Day weekend, we thought we better put it off to the second Saturday of the month because people have a lot of things to do. Some people celebrate with their mother on Saturday. Sometimes they have to share mom, and they need the whole weekend to work with mom for Mother's Day. So we don't want to interfere with your Mother's Day. That is a very important day. So we're going to move our meeting that would have been happening this Saturday to the following Saturday. So we won't meet on Saturday, May the 7th. We'll meet on Saturday, May the 14th. And you're invited. If you've contacted us, we're inviting you to come join the Zoom meeting. It'll be 11 o'clock in the morning, but we're also going to be sending you some information, and we want you to let us know. We haven't worked out a good, what do I want to say, sheet for assessing where you would work at and stuff, and to get information from you. That may be something that we can put together over the next few days. But we'd like to know a little bit about you, and we can definitely let you know a bit about us if you want to volunteer. So look at that. If you'd like to volunteer, we'd love to have you volunteer with us. Also, and let me take that down. I don't have the photo up right now. I wanted to get the photo up, but time got away from me. But Esteem Village is having a fundraising gala concert down at the Gym Theater, and that's going to be, I believe, is that Friday? I need to pull that up on Facebook. Let me see if I can get the Facebook for that event. Now I'll pull that up for us because I don't want to get the date wrong, but I know that Esteem Village is having an event. Let's see. I think Mr. William Wells, he had posted on our group page about it, and I will pull that up so I can show you what's going on before we run out of time today. Let's see. Let me go to Facebook. Yeah, this technology is great. I also want to know, what do you think about Elon Musk and him buying Twitter? What are your thoughts on that? Do you think it's a good thing? You think it's going to be something that'll be beneficial? Or do you think it's something that could be a problem? He says that he wants to increase free speech so that it doesn't get stifled, and that's not a bad thing. How he's going to work at that is something that we want to look at, though. Let's see. I'm trying to find my groups. Facebook's always changing stuff around. Let me see if I can just put in BFTAA. Yeah, there's the group. Man, I tell you, try to find stuff from day to day on this means of communication. There it is, a benefit concert that's going on. Let's see if I can bring that in. They actually have video on here. I'm going to see if I can bring that in my space to ground file. See if he's got a link that is usable. Facebook may not want to share it. Playback quality. No, it doesn't look like they want to play for us to be able to get that. Let's see. Cast it. I don't want to cast it. View page source. Nope. Oh, man, that's bad. I'm looking at a nice video with information of what they're having. It's going to be Thursday. I'll be your host for the Junior National Society of Black Engineers, the NSBE Junior meeting. And then there's going to be an Esteem Village benefit concert starring Dominique Hammonds on the violin, giving you the urban violin vibes, and guest entertainment all night long. So this is to help them raise funds. Please support this effort. Esteemvillage.org is their ticket link on the gym. Esteem, let's see. You can buy your tickets at digitalkcnow.org, or you can go to thegym.esteemvillage.org. So he's got some information there. Let's see if I can share this post. Yeah, it'll let me share it, but it won't let me download it or send to my devices. I want to send it to my computer. Home base, nope. Won't do that. Boy, I tell you, I'd sure be able to, I would love to be able to bring this up to you, and there's got to be a way. Let's see. I don't know if I can go full screen with this. Let's see. We'll cancel it. Yeah, I'm learning as I go with this thing here. Say replay video. Oh, it's got music and everything with it. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Just a second, guys. Ah, man, I tell you. If we could get it. Yeah, that may be something. I don't want to wait, though, because next week will be too late since that's going on this week. I've got to do a capture of this. Let me see if I can window capture it. Oh, yeah. All right, all right. Here's something. We'll find a way to do it. Let's check this out. All right. Don't know if y'all can see this. We've got the screen up. And let's see if we can replay it. So that's going to be going on Thursday as a fundraiser for the Esteem Village. You can check her out. That's Angela Wildflower.
I've had ships that sailed, projects that failed, and heartbreak so hard that at times I fled.
So that's it. So check it out. It's a benefit concert going on May the 5th. That's Thursday. They're raising money. Esteem Village, Digital KC Now. What's this? Justice Wolf. So a few things. Angela Wildflower, Jess Wolf, indie artist and hip hop artist. Angela Wildflower is a Broadway actress and songstress. Mo Better, featuring Joe Gallant. So all of that's going to be going on. And the headliner is Mr. Dominique Hammonds. So that's going to be happening this week, Thursday, at the Gym Theater. So you might want to try and get your tickets and help them raise the funds that they need. That's one thing that we have to do is support organization. And Esteem Village works with youth right here in Kansas City. They've got robotics teams. They've got a NSBE Junior. That's the National Society of Black Engineers. National award-winning NSBE Junior chapter there. There's a lot of things learned there that they're trying to get kids into the STEM programs. We have to support that STEM ecosystem within the Kansas City area. It's not one organization against another organization. No, we've got to work together to make it better. You know, there's We Code KC. If you want to learn about coding and stuff, they're doing that. Miss Buckner has We Code KC. Ina Montgomery with Urban Tech. Those are organizations right in the African-American community dealing with African-American youth that we ought to support. Esteem Village. We have to raise funds. These are volunteer organizations. We love to get grants. Grants aren't always easy to get, but you also need to raise funds from the community. And as a community, we're asking that you support us. You support the Black Family Technology Awareness Association, Esteem Village, We Code KC, Urban Tech, all of those organizations that are working to put STEM into the urban core. So if you want to volunteer, BFTAA, we're having a volunteer recruitment. We want you to sign up. You can volunteer at any time, though. I mean, but this is a big time that we'd like to get volunteers, because what we want to do is get our planning and our organization set so that we can receive kids when school opens up in August. That we'll have our tune-up events that'll go on through the summer. But we want to be ready to go. We want everybody tuned up, in position, and ready to work with kids the first day of school so that we can bring them in here and that they can learn, they can excel, and that they can, just improve their lives. Have fun. Have that learning that is fun as you learn. They might not even know they're learning stuff. Because it's not classes, it's not school. We have robotics competitions. We want to bring drone racing into the urban core where the kids can actually race the drones. We were at the Royals game Saturday night, and they had a drone light show. Go to our Facebook page. You'll see that the drones were doing displays and making images in the sky. So it's people that are getting paid for flying these drones. that are coming up with a lot of things that somebody's got to work with that type of stuff. So we need to have our kids involved in it. And if they can have fun learning it on the side when they go to school, go to class, they'll be just that much more prepared. So join BFTAA. Join BFTAA and get involved with what we are doing. We would love it. And support all of the urban tech community that is bringing technology, our kids, us helping us. So help the organizations that are right here in the community, on Prospect, on 31st Street, like we are, on Truman Road, right in our community. So we love you. We thank you for tuning in today. Be sure and come back. We're here every Monday from 5 to 5:45. This is the BFTAA and More show. Didn't even get to talk much about Elon Musk and them, but we'll catch them up next week. Thank you for tuning in. That's our show for today. We'll stay tuned, 6 o'clock. I just got a text from the man. B. Michael is going to be in the house, with Shifting Paradigms. And we're ready for Shifting Paradigms to hit the ground right here at KUAW Radio. So at 6 p.m., we'll start with B. Michael and Shifting Paradigms. That's our show for today. We love you. Keep that technology going in your house. Keep that internet on. We'll talk to you next week. Bye-bye.